We're here today with one of the most legendary, no pun intended, cast in Power Rangers history. We got the cast of Power Rangers Megaforce and Super Megaforce. Give them a round of applause, y'all. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. We got one in a suit right here, so let's start.
Azim Rizk, and you all know what color I am. I want you to yell out your favorite of the two on three. 1, 2, 3.
Wow. Good one.
Blue.
Bleed.
Bleed.
My name is Andrew Gray. I play Troy. I don't have my helmet. You guys know what color I am. I got my little badgie. And I appreciate you all for coming here and giving us so much love and support over the years. Appreciate you guys.
Hi, everybody. My name's Jeff Dole, and I'm over from Auckland, New Zealand, and I was the voice of Gosei.
Yeah!
I don't have a totem, so you just have to look at this face instead.
Here, hold on to that. Hold on to that.
Yeah.
See?
Do you remember now?
Twins.
Uncanny.
I'm Cameron Jibo. I'm Orion the Silver Super Megaforce Ranger.
Yeah.
Silver. My name is John Loudermilk, and I played Noah Carver, the Blue Ranger.
I'm Christina Masterson. No, I'm just kidding. I am Ciara Hanna. I play Gia Morin, the Yellow Ranger.
I'm Christina Masterson, and I play the Pink Ranger.
Yeah.
And it's so nice to see everybody.
Well, I got a question for all of y'all before we start. It's been nearly 10 years since the show has aired. I just want to know, what do you guys think about the legacy of your season and all the fan reactions that it's been so long since the show has aired?
First off, I think we all like the word fannery.
What'd you say?
Right?
What?
What'd you say?
Fannery.
How many syllables is that?
Fannery.
It's like three, yeah.
Yeah.
What I will say is this weekend I've heard a lot of people say that a lot of people watched Megaforce and Super Megaforce, and it was their Mighty Morphin. And to hear it's their Mighty Morphin, I'm like, are you no, you're lying. Because to me, like, that was, I feel honored.
Old.
Yeah, well,
Mighty
but it's a
Morphin
very
was our
special
Mighty
thing that
Morphin.
it was such an impact on certain people's lives, and it did bring a lot of people to Power Rangers again, and I'm very honored to be part of this cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a lot of people, like, you guys were definitely some people's first Power Rangers team going up. So it's great to see all of you here. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead, raise your hands.
Well, to piggyback that, I also wanted to say that I heard from some. Sorry, is that right?
You're good.
Okay.
No, you're good,
That
dude.
there was during the pandemic, we all lost something of ourselves that we didn't need anymore, and found something else that served us. And there's so many new fans because of the pandemic, and that has given them new hope, new inspiration, and I feel like, again, it's just a really big privilege to be a part of this after 10 years. And hearing, just like what you said, this is their new Mighty Morphin is incredible. I don't know.
Absolutely. And a few of you have actually, and I'm sure come up to y'all too, and you watched Megaforce when it came out, and now you're teenagers. You're walking around.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And that is also incredible because in college, baby, be careful, drive safe. but study. But we've all kind of seen y'all grow. You know, you came here when you were like 6 years old.
That's facts.
Yeah, like I was 12, 13 when this show was airing, and just being here now is just crazy for me, honestly.
Yeah. Keep coming back. Y'all are growing up really nicely. Yeah. That's my input.
All right, so who's ready to start? Anybody got a question?
Raise your hand.
You're right here with the Tokuja shirt.
Thank you. That means a lot.
And by the way, there is no dumb questions in Fears and Illusions. So if you have a question, have fun with it. You know, we're all humans.
Let's start with you right here.
Oh,
The
what?
infamous
Gluten-free?
cookie story.
when you stole you hid my cookies.
Oh, okay.
Man.
That
You
was
little
funny.
brat.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, they're called boyfriend cookies for some reason. They're breakup cookies.
The boyfriend?
They're boyfriend cookies. It's just a bunch of stuff in it. You had like pudding in it, and like chocolate chips, and like white chocolate chips, and like cranberries. I actually haven't made it in a long
You
time.
put
I like was in a
pudding in
baking
a
spree
cookie?
when I was in New Zealand. Anyway, yeah, Andrew hid it, so and made me believe he ate them all and put a sad face with a note. He's like, I'm so sorry, I can't control myself with the sad face, and there was crumbs, and he hid the cookies away for a whole 24 hours. You made me believe it for 24 hours. I was so mad at you
He
that
was
day.
devastated. Yeah.
Was it delicious?
What was the one that I smacked out of her hand?
Oh yeah,
I-
that was great.
I was having a moment there.
That was great.
Drew had a lot of little things
How
he
do you,
did.
can I ask you a question? How do you get pudding inside of a cookie?
Pudding mix. It's like the powder mix.
Actually,
Is
you
this
bake the
is this
cookie and
checking
you
out
inject
for
it.
everybody here that you could put? Oh, I'm getting a
do
lot
it.
of nods.
Yeah, thumbs
Okay,
up right over
all
here.
Yeah. I'll give you the recipe.
Give me the recipe.
Thank
Yeah.
you for the question, my man.
In New
Thank you.
Zealand, They have a cake that you put like Jello in.
I've had
What's it called?
It's
Jello cake.
There's a number of them, but it's jelly roll. So yeah.
Jelly roll.
Jelly roll cake.
What was the orange chocolate cake we had? What's orange? It's like an orange chocolate. Like
this is now a pastry panel.
Yeah, this is a food panel now. Welcome everybody to the
Anyway,
Food
I-
Network.
Get out your notebook.
Does anybody bake?
I'm getting off
You
thing,
guys
yeah.
bake?
Anybody watching School of Chocolate with Amaury Guichon?
I'm already going.
Just share your favorite recipes. No more Power Rangers questions. Just share your
Just
favorite
food talk.
recipe.
What's
All
your
right,
favorite
let's
food?
focus here. Let's
What
focus.
YouTube channel are you following with recipes?
It's only a matter of time before we shift to Taco Talk, and then
Oh,
that
yeah.
doesn't go anywhere
Okay.
from there.
We got a question.
Are you
we
an
got here,
avocado
yeah.
man or not?
It's so distracting.
That was you.
Ow, ow. Aw,
Wow. Thank you, sir.
thank you. Okay, you asked me this
That's
earlier.
true.
Cardio.
Yeah, go say. How come?
Reading lots of cookies.
Don't say made us run everywhere.
Oh, it's like my responsibility as a mentor and leader to not only think about them defeating whoever they needed to, but also to stay healthy while doing so.
We were sponsored by Nike. It was under contract.
Good response.
There's going to be a Ranger Olympics. That's a great
Our
question.
best interests in heart.
Right here in blue.
What is that? Oh,
Chris Auer lives in Bali. He is probably drinking a Steinlager on the
He's
beach
a little
somewhere,
free spirit.
Oh yeah.
enjoying life.
He's living the good life.
Yeah, actually, I went and visited him in Bali. No, sorry, Vietnam about 3 years ago.
You did?
That's
I
where I
did.
thought he was. I thought he was in
We
Vietnam.
flew all the way to
Vietnam?
Vietnam.
Really?
We made a. I was in Bali first, and then we went to Vietnam,
You visited.
and we visited him. Yes.
That explains why he never texted me back.
But if you knew Chris Sauer as like we do, did anybody know what he looks like? Because he was at first AD on Power Rangers
Yeah,
for like
he was
30
our second
years.
unit.
He was
Yeah.
our assistant director on second unit. So he was our like ringleader for when we were doing stunts and doing the big fight scenes. That's called the second unit team.
Yeah.
And so he was really our guide through all of that. And he's this tall, lanky dude. With
West
like
Virginia.
Silver.
Wow.
And he talks like this.
Which is so random
Yes.
for them to pick him for Robot Night, to be honest.
That was his real voice. There was no acting going on in
Nope.
that.
Nope.
Red Ranger.
He used to. You guys remember? He had his chair.
Oh yeah.
He didn't like carrying his chair everywhere,
Or
so
wearing
he had
shoes.
someone strap it to a dolly, and he would just drag it everywhere on wheels and then plop it there.
He's the greatest.
He was
I
absolutely.
wish he was
incredible.
here. Thank you for asking
Yeah.
the question.
Yeah.
I would have loved to answer.
Sorry.
You got another
I,
question
I,
when you're done.
I need to answer your question seriously about the why we ran everywhere, because it was answered to us as well at one point. Basically, it just makes for a more exciting shot as camera wise to
yeah.
watch us like excitedly move off the screen or whatever, or
Yeah,
to
adds
come
movement.
or to come into the shot running is way more exciting just to the eyes to watch something like that rather than just five teenagers like ooh, everywhere they go.
That's
you
what
know?
teenagers normally do anyway.
Yeah.
Question.
We were eating a lot of froyo.
But if it was modern day
You
now,
guys
we'd
let
have
him
to
in?
TikTok everywhere, right?
We have a question.
Question.
Hardest for me was putting on the spandex, and that continued all the way until today.
Until right now.
I was going to say, you look pretty comfortable in it right now.
Thank you very much.
He's finally broken them in.
Acting.
The hardest for me was the lack of sleep.
Yeah.
I felt like I did not sleep, and I kept getting sick.
Oh, that's
because
true.
of the lack of
Exhaustion.
sleep.
Yeah.
Exhaustion.
We worked long hours, 16-hour days sometimes.
And we
6
wake up
days
at
a
like
week.
at
6
3
days a
a.m.,
week.
4 a.m.
Yeah.
So it's like it was a really early morning.
I remember we were doing a scene.
But we
Yeah,
did
sorry.
it. We did it.
Go ahead.
I remember Christina and I were doing a scene. It was a Trema scene, and I had
Oh,
a.
when I threw up?
You threw up, but I had 102 temperature. It was just not a good day for
Oh
both
my
of us.
gosh.
And
Yeah,
I'm like
you
on
were
the mat,
sick,
like
sick.
face down. And they're like, okay, let's get him back up here. Let's get him back up there. I'm like, and they're like, didn't even say, let's, do you want to go to the hospital? Like one
No,
single
they
time.
just
And then I
worked
looked
through
at Christina.
it.
I was like, we're done. We're done for today. And we ended up going home. And
Yeah.
that was
I
an
think
issue.
mine was the training. I considered myself, I can do anything. I'm athletic, I think. And I'm pretty good at picking up things, but we did the training with the Japanese stunties came in and trained us beforehand. And it was so hard. I pretty much figured out I'm not athletic and I need training. Drew, remember your brace?
Yeah. Atsu kicked me in the head full
Yeah,
speed
he had a neck
roundhouse.
brace the first week we were there.
At a scale of 1 to 10, I feel like he was like at a 4 with English. So when they yelled cut, he didn't hear it correctly, but I was done and just full speed ahead. And I just
Yeah.
felt it rip from here all the way down to my back. And yeah, acupuncture
Yep.
the whole time,
Yeah.
massage, and
It's
neck
no
brace.
joke, you guys.
And they were
They
like,
really push you.
back to ones.
So I know what she's talking about with the whole training thing because I felt similar as far as my fitness. And my first day training with the Japanese stunt team, they said our leader of the stunt team was Yuji, and he says, "Okay, Cameron, we're going to have you stretch first, okay? Just do some light stretching." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." And he
light.
goes, sit down, put your feet out, and he sat on me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They would say
He
would
just
do that
sits on
all
me, and
the
I'm like,
time.
and they would just sit on you in every position. They would just go, "Okay," and they would sit on you, and you'd be like, "Okay." I'm
We are not action figures.
literally stretched like fully. Yeah.
It was
I
fun,
think
though.
so. Something that's the complete actual opposite of your question. One thing that I thought was going to be hard, but was actually easy. I didn't know any of these guys. Some people knew each other. Christina already knew Cameron. Drew. Ciara already knew Cameron. Ciardi.
Well, I knew Azim.
And you knew
CRV,
Azim.
You're
CDS.
butchering this.
I didn't know anyone.
You're
Anyways-
doing great.
No. Anyways.
He's such a method actor. This is
Um,
the role of the show.
No, anyways,
So
so
good.
but we all I think out of probably any cast that I've seen, we've all come together as a family and we saw it that way. So that's kind of the
You're here.
opposite, yeah, which is really cool.
I'm going to give you a non-Rangers version of this. I auditioned for Gosei and didn't get the part. They cast an American actor.
I want to know this.
Yeah. So they actually cast an American actor, and after about a month or so, they had a big falling out and they fired him.
What?
And so I got a last-minute call up just before Christmas to say, "Are you available? And can you come into the studio tomorrow?" And I had to do all the words for the morpher for the merchandising.
Gosh.
And then
Really?
like 3 pages of yellow, red, card. Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, and then that began a 2-year journey of being Gosei
Wow.
in those days. And then as of yesterday, I met these guys. Today's the first day I've met these 2 and this guy here. And yesterday I met the other 3, and I'd never met them at all previous to yesterday. So I worked in very isolation, so that made things tough too.
Little family
Yeah,
reunion
no
we got
kidding.
here.
God, give it up for
Yeah.
Gosei.
We're gonna take some questions over here from this side. We're gonna start with you with the glasses.
Oh, yeah. Go for it. Okay. Most memorable moment for me was just booking it, and because when I was a kid, I wrote down in kindergarten that I wanted to be the Red Power Ranger growing up, I didn't know that it was a business nor the responsibility. But again, like Broken Record, it's been a privilege. So after we called cut on the first day, I remember I didn't share this with you guys, but I cried in my room. I'm a crier. I love my emotions.
That's why you always had your door locked.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh my God, this is amazing. Thank you, God.
Where's
But
Drew?
that was a
Where's
moment.
Drew?
But then also when we called rap, you know, that was because again, we work 6 days a week, 12, 16 hours a day. So when
And
we
we
called
lived with
rap,
each other.
I wasn't ready for it.
Yeah.
And then we're on an airplane back, and then I'm like, was that all a dream? Get it? It was a wonderful experience.
Wow.
Moment that just comes to mind right now is as when we rapped, we had a rap party, and
I didn't get invited.
You did
What?
it.
No.
Are you freaking
You were there in spirit.
Never. No.
Ghost is always there in spirit.
that's a shame, man. So
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
that's terrible.
That's okay.
We gotta have
It's
another
not your
one.
fault.
We gotta have another one.
Tomorrow.
That's
You're here now.
That's not cool at all. I can't believe that actually. No, way to bum out our story.
Let's bring it back up.
Just kidding. We'll get him drunk tonight. How about that? Just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kidding.
No, it was a wonderful party that they hosted, and John made a really wonderful, if inebriated a bit, speech. And it really was a beautiful speech, but he got a little emotional, and at the end, he just did a big cheers, and we were all, crying and happy and like ready, and just sort of like it was a long season, a lot of hard work, and we were very tired. And he got really emotional and said cheers and slammed his drink down and just shattered his whole glass everywhere. And it was just the perfect, like, this is it. This is the end.
He's like, I'm bleeding.
Yeah.
Like that bit when Thor wants another.
Yeah.
This drink, it's delicious. Another.
Crash. There was one time we were filming at a zoo. And for some, I don't know what type of animal this is. I know it's a monkey, but we're filming, and then all of a sudden there was just like, I was like, what the heck was that?
Oh, I did the goat story.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there was another time when we were filming, and we're in this like quarry, and so I think we were morphing.
Very serious scene.
We were
Very
morphing,
serious.
very serious scene. And then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, ha, and then and the background just echoes through this
They
canyon.
did it several times, right?
Yes.
Like,
Oh yeah, he was on point.
By
It's
the
on
third
point.
time, the director's like, "Where is this goat? Find the goat and kill it."
Take it out.
Yeah.
Where's the kid?
At 90 frames a second.
So funny.
Oh, you almost caught on fire.
Oh my
That
gosh,
day.
yeah.
Ow, ow, ow.
That was a stressful day for you guys. That was my first day on set. I wasn't actually filming that day. I had just arrived in New Zealand. And I'm walking around the zoo having a really nice time, just like taking pictures of the animals and meeting everybody and saying hi. And Azim's like, hey, good to meet you. And he just
Yeah,
walks away. Like,
yeah.
he was like,
They were putting me in a tiger cage that day.
yes. It was a very
Remember that?
stressful day for all
It
of
was
us.
a stress. I will never forget that day.
They put the tiger. They put the tiger just behind the bars and said, "Okay, you're good now."
You're like, "No, I'm not."
And I was like, "Isn't that lifted by like just a lever? Like you just open the lever and it comes out?" And I went in and they wanted me to walk around in it so that we could,
It was
match
kinda
up the
cool,
footage.
though.
It was very
I
cool
walked
when
in
I
there
was
like,
inside.
"Can I
Once
go?"
I got over it, I was like, "Oh yeah, this is great." And then as soon as I left and they let the tiger back out, the tiger went everywhere I had been standing and just smelled it and like scratched
Oh,
at
that's
it.
scary.
I'll find you. Yeah, I'll find you. Yeah. Yeah. If I had been standing next to the cage, I think you would have followed the scent all the way up. I don't know.
Appetizer.
I was an appetizer. Well, there's not a whole lot going on here.
I'd be a main course.
There's one time we were in like a park or something, and Azim had like white shoes. So we wear the same outfit. If you haven't noticed, but we have like multiples of the same outfits, right?
So we had to run and
So
stop.
we had to run down this hill and stop.
And it rained, like,
on
the day
point.
before,
And it
right?
rained the day before. And we're running down this hill, and Azim just slips and slides, and he
Covered in
has
mud.
mud from the top here all the way down, all over his white shoes.
Oh,
And so he's
my
angry.
God.
So they're like, "Okay, go change."
So
We'll do it
wardrobe
again.
had to
Wait, no, you're talking about the day of the fight in the mud.
Yes.
In the forest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
we
So he
changed.
changed.
He changed, and they did the exact same thing.
It was so funny. Azim was
And
not
I don't
happy.
think they had any other clothes, so they were.
So
Yeah, they didn't know
they
what to
just
do.
hosed him off.
We
John,
through the gauntlet for you
John and
all,
I
I'm
walk
telling you
by
right
and they're
now.
just holding a hose like.
And Azim standing there.
And it was not summertime.
No.
Okay.
No.
I know. Do we have another question before I forget?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, let's get a question over here. This guy with the 90s shirt on.
Yeah, baby.
Very
Uh-oh.
serious answer.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
I know I had the lube for his joints, but was I in love? No.
There are children.
You know.
Y'all can write fan fictions
It's
about
more of
that
a-
later.
A,
I know-
mentor thing, you know.
I know we all loved Chris,
This kid's 13.
and we still love Chris.
It was for the slip and slide. It was for a slip and slide.
We got to ask the Go Kaiser counterparts, and that'd be cool if they were here to answer some of those questions as well.
Yeah,
no Yeah.
kidding.
All right.
Next question.
In the back.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, great question. It's been an honor. He's a really nice guy. He invited me out to Japan and some of my family who's here, and I'm definitely going to take him up on that offer. But I said we're a package deal, so if the rest of the cast can come as well, that would be the ultimate honor because they love and respect you guys so much. And we had a dual panel today, and they showed their appreciation for them. And what I shared to him, and I also shared to the casting director who casted us, they made our job easier because we got to review their footage, you know, and because it made our job easier, we got to show up with more ideas, and more ideas mean more play, more chemistry, which allowed us to provide more for our family. So that was great. Great question. Thank you.
So we'll see you all in Japan.
Megaforce in Japan.
Yeah.
Right here.
Oh,
yeah. You keep.
Hi.
Well, I was talking to Scott yesterday. He's trying to bring Power Morphicon to Japan. They're working with some deals.
Ooh. That
Sounds too
for
expensive.
some of us, that's too expensive.
Aw.
Oh, man. Beautiful. That's
Thank
great.
you for sharing that.
Good.
It's awesome.
That's awesome.
No.
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 Azim
Yeah.
thought about it, and I think you figured it out.
Figured what?
You figured that we were going to Super Megaforce, right? Like you had like the idea of it, and you wouldn't tell any of us. It was
We
so
were- gave
annoying.
us- They gave us the footage.
Yes.
They
No,
gave
but I'm
us the
saying
footage at
beforehand.
the end.
Yeah, but I think he's talking about. You're talking about like beforehand when we were auditioning. Is that what you're asking? No.
but
No,
you
not
kinda
from the
figured it out
beginning.
midway.
I knew. You know what I knew? I knew.
what
we
did you
were
know,
all-
Azim?
I knew we were all going to get parking tickets that day. I
Oh,
don't know
that-
how.
yeah, that day.
But we all got parking tickets.
Yeah.
No, but to answer your question, no, we didn't know.
No, we had no idea.
We don't want
I'm
to talk about
happy
parking
it.
tickets.
I had no idea.
Well,
He's still bitter about it.
well, I just asked the previous cast, what was their experience like for casting? They said they knew what 1 month after they auditioned. And I was like,
Oh my gosh.
what? Ours
We
was
were
so
auditioning
different.
for half a year or something. Well, you were auditioning for almost a full year.
Wow.
No, 2 years.
2 years. Yeah. Yeah.
I think I was the shortest. I was like. 6
Yeah. You
months.
just bebopped in and got it.
Bebop-a-doop. Bebop-a-doop.
Show them your. Oh, okay. Okay. So when you audition for Power Rangers,
Oh.
one of the things they ask you to do is they say, "Show us your martial arts experience." We want to see. Can you give us some kind of demonstration? Okay. Let's all look at John Loudermilk for his demonstration of martial arts experience.
So I did.
Show the
I
people.
did my audition, and then I walked out of the room, and I was walking down the hallway, and they were like, "Hey, can you come back?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I went back, and they were like, "Can you do the scene again, but like show some martial arts?" And I was like, "Crap. Yep, can do that." So I do the scene, and then I literally go
With the sound effects.
with those sound effects.
with the sound effects, like he's holding nunchucks, like imaginary nunchucks.
In retrospect,
That's the guy.
yeah.
Hook him.
I was watching a lot of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia around that time. So the character Mac does that, and I just instinctively made sounds. But I'm here today, so you can do that.
Yeah. That's right. Let it rip.
You just have to believe in yourself, Noah.
That's what it was. Yeah.
I was intimidated by Azim because I've done some boxing and wrestling in my life, but not taekwondo or using any kind of weaponry. And then I see Azim over here with nunchucks in the corner, just getting it, and then he has like a
Sword
And
came in with a boken that day
Yeah.
with a practice katana. And
like, I'm not getting this.
boy, I felt like a dingus. I'll tell you that. It's really nice to hear that looks good to you because I walked in and I was like, nobody brought a weapon. I'm the only one that brought a weapon.
And I was
I
like, how'd
thought
they
we
let
were
him in
all
with a
bringing
weapon?
weapons.
You look like a dingus to me. So
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right. Who's next? Anybody else?
Another quick.
real quick.
Oh, hello.
22.
Christmas. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to wear the boat battleizer. I think that'd be cool. The ship battleizer. That'd be sweet.
Oh, there's
Sony battleizer.
There's a Japanese season that they had wings.
Angels. Angels.
The Angels.
No. Yeah, I wish I could do that. I just want to fly, man.
There it is. But they made you water.
All right, we got one more question.
Yeah.
Ready?
Well,
That's a good question.
Gokaiger season was definitely more PG-13, I would say, or above that. When the producers brought me in, they basically said, "Don't mess this up." But we're going to give you an opportunity because we all wanted to do our stunts. I mean, we got very comfortable in it. We were trained for it. So he's like, "You're going to go on the day, and you guys are going to make something up. Have fun with it, but don't mess it up. No pressure." And then they showed me all the footage, and the fight scene was incredible. I'm like, this is not going to be as good. But then when I saw the final result, what we did, and I'm so happy with it because it allowed us to play. And again, it just makes for a better overall experience for you guys.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was wonderful. What was the second part of that question? Oh, how long?
Quick.
Yeah, it was probably like what did you say? Like a day. Yeah, we had about 4 hours when we got there to start like warming up and talking about it, like what are we gonna do with it, and then we got suited up and we lit it, we rehearsed it, we blocked it. That probably took like another hour, and then we let it rip a couple times and it didn't work, and then we changed it. So yeah, about a whole day. Then that's what you guys got to see. Oh, but when I was flying backwards, that took a long time, which was great because then it gave us time to rehearse it. They couldn't get the dolly pulley system right that day. And then it was also a very emotional day too. Robo Night! We really went for it. They let us really go for it. And he was, yeah. It was incredible. It was a lot of fun. That was definitely one of my favorite days, or if not the most favorite day.
Well, thank you guys so
Great
much.
question.
Let's get a big round of applause for the Megaforce cast real quick. Let's show them some love.
Enjoy the rest
Thank you
of
so
your
much for
weekend.
coming, everyone.
God bless
Thank
you
you,
all.
everybody.